Yes, wanneer ook al jy reg is en dan sal ek met my kinders chat en hulle moet nou maar die Q&A vind.
Is reg, so ek het die livestream begin, so we're good to go.
Okay. Hi grade 12s and welcome. Welcome to today's lesson. Same lesson, just a different venue, if that makes sense. So, I see some of you guys are already in here, okay? Today we're going to be figuring out this platform, okay? So there is a chat function, just like there was in Zoom, right? So don't think that you're not going to be able to reach me. But what I need from you is to go and find, I'm looking because I now have two screens. It's called the live event Q&A, okay? So you need to go find the live event Q&A. And we need to keep in mind that there's a little bit of a delay between what I say and when you get it. Okay, so every now and again, I'm going to pause, take a breath, take a sip of water, okay? And that gives you guys time to catch up, okay? So you'll notice that I've shared my screen so you guys can even see the bottom little bit of my screen, okay? Yeah, I thank you, moderator. Moderator has typed ask questions. So guys, you definitely need to go and find the Q&A. It should be on the right side of your screen, okay? I am here, I promise. All right, so. Ja, jy vraag daar. Hello, Ivan. Yay! I'm starting to see my peeps. Yes, there you guys are. All right, so guys, again, it should be on the right-hand side of your screen. I've got a screen on my right-hand side, okay, which shows me the questions, so I can also see it, okay? Yassine, ma'am, will you post the link on Facebook? Some other reason I don't get emails. All right, so listen up, okay? I will keep on posting the links on Facebook. I am going to, after we're done today, neaten it out for you so that on the grade 12 lockdown e-group, you only get the grade 12 links, okay? But I will neaten them up so that you get all the links, okay, to all the subjects. I hope that makes sense, okay? Kyra, hi, I see you. All right, then, now, in the Q&A, and that's why you guys need to find it, okay? In the Q&A, I am going to be quite nice as soon as my computer decides it wants to just do what I need it to do. There we go. Dunk. And, okay, now please note that because I've joined online, okay, it's going to come through as man. Nah. I am going to give you guys, there we go, the link to my Google Drive, okay? And in my Google Drive, I am going to have you can see that there is the grade 12 lockdown e-school, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Okay, so it's going to be on a more stable platform. I'm going to keep on sharing it onto Facebook. Okay, so guys, we're just going to keep slogging through. Okay, I am going to be here every single day. All right, I can see some more faces. Fantastic. Okay, today we are going to do organic chemistry. If you remember correctly, last week I said to you, we are going to do organic chemistry this entire week. We're going to revise. So today we are going to start with the question 2s, okay? Then tomorrow we are going to look at physical properties, okay? So that's a question 3. Then I think it was 2018, they put an esterification entire question in there. So we're going to look at how you would answer that and look at when they give you a practical or an investigation, what you need to look out for, okay? And then that's Wednesday. On Thursday, we're going to look at reactions, okay? And then on Friday, I'm going to give you guys as much information as I can about fertilizers, okay? I promise I'm going to put it to you in a flow diagram so that it's nice and easy for you to understand. Okay, so for the rest of the week's question papers, please click on the link, okay? I will put the link on Facebook too for those of you who are struggling to find the Q&A, okay? And those of you who found it quite easily, please also in the Facebook page, in that group, type the other guys, how did you get there, etc., etc. Okay, so let's not waste any more time, okay? Let's get going and let's see how this works. I know this is new, okay? I know it's a different platform. I know I'm looking to the side because I've got a computer screen over here, okay? Oh, I start seeing people. Fantastic. Okay, so we are going to do the best we can, all right? And then you guys need to give me feedback. All right, so you need to do that on Twitter, you need to do that on Insta, you need to do that on all the platforms that you have. Okay, all right, guys, I am going to switch to my whiteboard and we are going to have a look. Okay, this is, before I tell you the wrong paper, November 2014, paper 2, question 2, okay? If you go to the Google Drive, you will see in the Google Drive, just like I've always named them, okay? The paper is in a shortened version there for you, all right? And then, as per the other question papers, once we are done, I will change the question paper, okay, with a memo, all right? Okay. Cool. You guys are very quiet. Crux, my man. Okay, you guys are super quiet in this chat. You really can be quite like, you know, come on, like I know you guys. Okay, so we're going to go back to the whiteboard. Here we go. This is often how they start question 2s. Not always, but often. Often they give us a table, and in the table they give us various organic groups. Okay, now it is up to us to have a look at each of these, dissect it, look at it and figure it out, and then answer the questions that follow. Okay, so A is 2,2,4 trimethylhexane. Sure, For those of you who struggle with the iPAQ, okay, I am going to draw that, okay, and then I'm going to talk you through how I approach drawing something like that. And we're also going to name number C here, okay, so that you can see how I approach each of these questions. Cool, guys? Let's have a look at the questions. Cool. There we go. Okay. Now, very important, they always ask you to write down the letter, okay? Don't give the name, don't draw the structure, simply write down the letter that represents all of these, okay? And now, in the Google Drive, you guys will see that I have given you a document called Important Concepts. All right, so I was beyond nice. I copied and pasted everything that I have in here, okay? All the important definitions, all the important concepts, and these you find in your exam guidelines, all right? So I've copied and pasted these all into one document for you, okay? And it is labeled Important Concepts. All right, so let's read the first question, 2.1, and then let's go back to the table and see how we go. Okay, guys, you're very quiet in this chat, like super duper quiet. Okay, so write down the letter that represents an aldehyde, a condensation polymer, and a compound that has a carbonyl group bonded to 2 carbon atoms. Okay, let's start with an aldehyde. Let's have a look at the famous table. And you will see that aldehydes have a double bond O onto a primary carbon, okay? So when I look for an aldehyde, I'm looking for a compound that has a double bond carbon, a double bond oxygen on a primary carbon, or I'm looking for a compound that ends in I've just lost my pen, guys. Okay, make it right here. In, what am I looking for? A compound that ends in al. Okay, so let's see if we can find any of those. All right. So it's definitely not A. A is hexane. Hexane is an alkane. We are looking for an aldehyde. Is there a way that I can zoom in on my screen? I can make my screen bigger, Carlos. Let me do that. Other way. Let's see if that is better, dude. Let's just give it a moment. So I want to see if I need to zoom in for you. You guys are catching up to me. Let's have a look. Guys, you just need to remember that there's about a like 90-second delay between what you see and what I'm actually saying. Okay, I think that's better, Carlos. Can you see that? Cool. Okay. So we said it can't be A because A is hexane. This oak here doesn't have any oxygens in, so it can't be C. It can't be E or D because those ends down there tell me that E and D are going to be something to do with polymers. One means I'm dealing with a ketone. And so by process of elimination, I could figure out that the answer would have to be B. And there, that O there is my aldehyde group. Okay. So write down the letter that represents an aldehyde. It is B. Okay. Good job, guys. Tobani, I see you said C. You're going to have to explain to me why you said C. Someone said that their stream is frozen. I'm still going pretty strongly here. Or Tobani, did you already answer my next question? That's quite a big one. Okay. So now we're looking for a condensation polymer. In this table, we only have two polymers. Right. That in there and that in there gives it away completely. Okay. But the one is an addition polymer and the other one is an condensation polymer. Okay. Now the handy hint here is when I look for a condensation polymer, I am looking for an ester group. When I have addition polymers, I simply have chain after chain after chain after chain after chain, okay? And mostly with my addition polymers, I have, just remember guys, this is an alkene that I broke the double bond so that it can bond, or I'm going to have an haloalkene, okay? So when they say condensation polymer, you need to look out for, and I'm going to circle it in red, you need to look out for the ester group, okay? So if you see the ester group, then that gives the condensation polymers away. So the condensation polymer is number, I think I might have just had that wrong. Yes, I did. Is E. Okay. So now a compound that has a carbonyl group bonded to 2 carbon atoms as its functional group. Okay. For those of you who are not sure what a carbonyl group is, there we go. A carbonyl group is a double bond oxygen on a carbon. Okay, this is the sneakiest question. Okay, so let's look at the different ones. We have a formal group, so double bond oxygen on a primary carbon. We have the carboxyl group, which is double bond oxygen on the carbon with an OH. But the carbonyl group is the double bond oxygen on a at least secondary carbon. Okay. Anonymous, I actually think you were right. Guys, just remember, if you don't add your name, then I don't know. Now, a compound that has a carbonyl group bonded to 2 carbon atoms. Okay? 2 carbon atoms. That means pentanone only has the carbonyl group on 1. Here we have that. So I actually have a strong suspicion in this question that they might not quite have worded their question correctly. Okay? So I have a suspicion they are looking for the answer F, okay? Because technically speaking, that is not a carbonyl group, okay? F has the carbonyl group on carbon number 2, which is what I think they were looking for here, okay? So the answer I would give for 1.3 would be F, but E is also correct. Okay, so those are the easier questions. Now we get to iPAQ names and writing of structural formulas. Okay, so they want the iPAQ name of C. Sure, lots and lots and lots of carbons. Right, let me just find my mouse back onto this screen. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons. If I started counting here, I would still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons. Okay? So whichever way I count, compound C has 5 carbons. I don't see any double bonds, and I don't see any other functional groups. Okay? And so I'm going to start by saying, oh goodness, guys. Sorry, let me make my pen thinner. That's quite insane. There we go. I'm going to start by saying this is some or other. Oh God, goodness, guys, that's quite bad. Let's go back to this one. I managed to get that pen very thin. Make it very thin. Okay, let's try that. There we go. Look like I'm an old lady today. This is some or other pentane. Okay. Now I have to figure out the substituents. Yes, it is a haloalkane. Good job, Matthew. Okay. So, get my pen back over here. Does not want to today. Okay, so I know that this is some or other pentane. I can either count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whether I go 5 straight or 5 down, it's not going to matter. But if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these two are going to have the incorrect numbers. I want to have my substituents on the lowest possible numbers by alphabet. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that means that I've got 2 bromo, 3 chloro, 4 methyl pentane. Okay, I'm going to say that again. If I count from left to right, I'm going to have 1, 2 methyl, 3 chloro, and 4 bromo. B is before M in the alphabet. So I count from right to left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now I have to number and name everything that is not a carbon or is not part of the longest chain. Okay. Luke, you were almost there. You just forgot about your methyl. All right. So, no idea where I'm going to write this down. We're going to find a spot all the way down here. And I'm going to zoom out because then I can write neater. Okay. So 2.2.1 is going to be 2 bromo, 3 chloro, 4 methyl pentane. All right. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of scrolling down. Okay, Luke, I see your problem. Good job, buddy. Okay, let's get back to the questions, and I'm going to zoom back in so that you guys can see the questions as best as possible. Okay, write down the iPAQ name of the monomer for compound D. Now you guys have to be so careful, so careful when you give me the monomer, because remember, even though D looks like it is ethane, this monomer is created by breaking double bonds so that more and more and more and more and more monomers can collect and form polymers. Randy, I see your question. Ma'am, I feel like 1.3F because the functional group of a ketone is a carbonyl group because only the ending O. Okay, Randy, the reason why I said that E could potentially also be an answer is because how they phrase the question. Okay? They said a compound which has a carbonyl group bonded to 2 carbon atoms. Okay? So that 2 there, I strongly think is a typo. All right? Because pentan-2-one, I'm going to try and draw it. Pentan-2-one come on. Pentan-2-one is, let's try this one last time. Nope. Okay. There we go. Pen has decided to wake up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2-one means 1, 2. All right. So this carbonyl group is only bonded to 1 carbon. The question very clearly says a compound which has a carbonyl group bonded to 2 carbon atoms. Okay. Again, I think this is a really mean way of writing it. But Randy, I do think that the answer they were looking for is F. Okay. Okay. So far, so good. We're sort of coping with this new platform. All right. So compound C, we've done down here. Compound D, remember I said that yes, it looks like ethane, but ethene is this monomer. Why? Because I took ethene and broke the double bond to give me this monomer. Okay, so very careful that when you write down the monomer of a polymer, that you go back to the original monomer. Okay, don't look at exactly what is in front of you. Make sure you use the original monomer. There we go. Pleasure, Andy. Guys, for those of you who don't realize, okay, what I'm doing is I'm teaching on my laptop, and I've got another screen here so that I can see your Q&As, okay? Because the way that we've got the system going, okay, I can't teach and see the Q&As. Okay, so this way it just works nicely for me, but there is a delay of between 30 and 90 seconds on your side. Okay, so if I don't get to a question as you ask it, don't think I haven't seen it. Okay, that's why I'm also going much slower today. I think this might be a very good thing for me. All right, cool. Just going to do this little bit by little bits, guys. We're getting through it. Okay. Structural formulas. Now, this is super important, guys, that you can draw structural formulas from names. I find it much easier. Oh, I need to zoom in for you guys again. No, that's zooming out. Here we go. Okay, so I find it much easier to go from a structural drawing to a diagram, okay? But you have to be able to go either side of it. You have to be able to go from a structural drawing to a name, and you have to be able to go from a name to a structural drawing. Okay, so they are asking for the structural drawing of compound A and of compound F. Okay, so I'm actually going to draw them just to the right of this table. We know we need to do A, we know we need to do F. I've kind of started doing F, but it's okay. Right, 2,2-trimethyl hexane, 2,2,4 hexane. Okay. So when I draw a structural drawing, I start with the longest chain. All right. So when I draw the structural drawing for A, I'm going to start with the hexane. All right. Guys, I'm going to be moving back and forth. I'm trying to draw it as big as possible for you guys, because I know many of you watch on phones, so you need me to have it pretty big. Okay, so hexane, hex is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that is hexane. Carl, yes, this is just revision. I promised you guys we can do some organic revision this week. Okay, I'm going to give you guys lots of handy hints and stuff. All right, and then on Friday we are going to do fertilizers. Okay, I hope that answers that question. Right, so I've now got hexane. Now I need to have my 2,2,4. Okay. So the first thing I need to do is I need sorry guys, my pen is coming in and out. To figure this out before tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to number them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the diagram they want, does it matter if you start from left to right, right to left? No. When you draw, you can do left to right or right to left. Carl, it is my pleasure. Okay, so I need 2,2,4 trimethyl. That means on carbon number 2, there is a methyl group. And on carbon number 2, there is another methyl group. Okay, so just check. This is what they mean by 2, 2, 4. They mean that on carbon number 2, there is a methyl group, and on carbon number 2, there is another methyl group. And then I've got one methyl group on carbon number 4. And now it doesn't matter whether or not I go up or down. I've got more space going down on my page. Guys, my board skills have officially just completely flown out the window. Right, so that is now my formula, okay? That is my thing. Now I'm going to add all my hydrogens. Okay, guys? Right, guys, we are on 5 minutes left. I think pentane 2-one is quite an easy molecule to draw. So let's rather look at one of the other more complicated questions. Okay. Right. Oh, they're not that bad. Okay, we have functional isomers. Guys, you know what a functional isomer is. There. Oh, where is it? Same molecular formula, different functional isomers. Now, this is one they like, okay? They like to catch you out on this one. They often use aldehydes and ketones as functional groups because the one has a formal functional group and the other one has a carbonyl functional group. Okay, so if you see pentanone, and remember we said earlier this is an aldehyde, so here we have our 2 functional groups. Okay, all right, guys, I'm quickly going to, I don't know if I even wrote down what the next paper is. No, I didn't. Okay. Right, guys, the next paper we are going to do is in the Google Drive, okay? Link to the Google Drive has been sent to you, okay? Please make sure you go get it, all right? Now, very important, you'll see the moderator here gave us. The link is going to be different for every day. You need to make sure you subscribe at Africa Teen Geeks so that you can get the new links every day, okay? I will also put the links on Facebook, you know, my Facebook page, but it is much easier if you subscribe. Will the video still be on YouTube? Yes. Anything else, guys? I miss having you guys chat to me much, much, much more. I really, really do. But don't panic. Okay, we are going to figure this thing out. Right? I promise. Okay? Ultimately, this is about us being able to communicate with each other the best way we can. So please go to the Google Drive, okay? Go get the stuff for this week. Everything up to Thursday is already in there. Okay, last week's stuff from all the way around is in there. Okay. Tomorrow we are going to look at physical properties, and if I remember correctly, I think it is 2017. Okay, it's a graph one, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, I hope that you learned something. Liam, I agree with you, the delay is kind of weird. Okay. Guys, the moderator just put the link in there for you guys to subscribe. Those of you who have subscribed, you need to go and check out your spam filters, please. Okay? I know some people have said to me they've subscribed, but they don't get it. I promise you, you are getting it, but it is possibly ending up in your spam filter. Okay, guys, we're going to call it. I know this is weird. I know this is different. Okay? You need to bear with me as much as possible. Okay? Luke, I will raise your point. Okay? I promise I will raise your point. Guys, again, here is my Facebook stuff. Okay? Use it. Please, okay, communicate with me. All right, guys. Sure, this was tough, hey? We can do this. Okay, I miss you guys. You are awesome, and I hope you have a fantastic week. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.